Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the one, the only CM Punk.
Look in my eyes, what do you see? The cult of personality.
All right, folks, CM Punk is all yours for the next 40 minutes or so. We have microphones set up on both sides of the stage. Nothing really is off limits. If you could limit the pro wrestling inquiries, though, he is a member of the UFC, and we want to keep the conversation going in that direction. So, yeah, already some rules and regulations. Before people line up for the questions here, first just wanted to congratulate you. I have admired you from afar, and I think anybody who knows CM Punk knows that you weren't going to do this unless you thought you really could hang. So welcome aboard. We're very excited to have you.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much.
Some breaking news this week as far as the camp you will be training primarily at, Rufus Sport in Milwaukee under Duke Rufus and alongside our lightweight champion Anthony Pettis, yes?
Yeah, you know, I talked to Duke a couple days before Christmas, and it's been very hectic, obviously, with the holidays, trying to nail down everybody and talk to everybody. Everybody's going in different directions, myself included, but I was able to talk to him, and I've known Duke for a while, so I think that the familiarity was an easy in, and we just discussed a couple of things, you know, and I realized that me going anywhere and training with anybody, there's pluses and minuses, and same with me walking into a camp that's established, and that's a very established camp, dare I say, probably one of the elite. Yeah. They have the heavyweight champion, the lightweight champion, and, you know, the probably one of the best wrestlers in MMA in Ben Askren. I know he's not the most popular guy around the UFC brass, but he's a hell of a wrestler. So I didn't want to sacrifice quality for just them being close, and I certainly wouldn't be doing that if I wind up going there full time. So it looks like that's going to be the place.
And I know you had a lot of fighters publicly campaigning for your services. UFC welterweight champion Robbie Lawler trying to get you down to South Florida at one point, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, that was very flattering. You know, it was super, super nice, and a lot of guys I don't know reached out and were very sincere in wanting to help me, which is super appreciative. This is an exciting thing for me. I think it can be exciting for everybody.
All right, we're going to get to the fan questions here shortly. I just want to ask you, you know, the overwhelming majority of UFC fighters that I've read have come to your defense. They're excited to have you on board. Their expectations are fairly high as to what you can do. But there are some naysayers, whether it's fighters or fans. What would you say to those people off the top who see a guy who is 0-0 getting this huge opportunity on the biggest stage?
I mean, do you have any examples? Like, I can just...
Well, I think there have been some fighters and some fans, you know, whether through tweets or through public comments who don't believe that with a 0-0 record that you're worthy of this opportunity. I disagree. I think cardiovascularly you're going to pose a lot of problems. And, you know, I think public perception differs as to how quickly you can improve, but you don't have any pro fights.
I understand everybody's comments. That doesn't mean I have to agree with them. Just like, I understand they don't agree with me being here, and that's absolutely 100% cool. I'm not doing it for them. I'm doing it for me, you know? And if anybody gets enjoyment out of watching me win and or lose, well, there you go. If you don't want to watch it, don't buy it, don't go. If you want to tag along and come on with this awesome journey with me, come on, there's plenty of room for everybody. But I understand the negatives just like the positives. You know, it's I understand people wanting to see me get knocked out. That's the whole point of fighting. Yeah. You know, I get it.
All right, with that, we're going to open up to you, the fans. We remind you there's a wide open mic over there, so if you want a shorter line, you can go over there. For now, though, we will start here, stage left. Yes, sir, what do you got?
Hey, what do you think is going to be the toughest aspect for you from now till your first fight? Will it be the actual fight, the weight cut, the training, the media, the fans? What aspect?
It's a fantastic question, and it's a hard one to answer. You know, I'm not afraid of putting in the work that I know I have to put in, so it's not that. It'll probably be the day of the fight. You know, the media's not a problem, the fans aren't a problem. That's old hat for me, but I just think it's going to be that day. However my training goes, however ready I can be, is showing up on that day and showing people what I'm made of.
Thanks. Can't wait to see your first fight. Any way I could come up and get a quick autograph from you?
Unfortunately, they bring me up here to be the bad guy after the show, time permitting. Maybe CM Punk will have some time, but we gotta stop it
Awesome,
right there.
thanks.
He's the bad guy. His name is Dave Schaller. Don't
Yeah,
spend it.
exactly. Dave Schaller, yep. Yes, sir, what do you got?
Hey, Punk. I'm a huge fan. Huge fan. Been following you since your ROW days.
Thank you.
So it's cool to see you onto this next stage of your life. And oh, hey, look, I'm on the screen.
Yep.
But
There you are. That is what you look like.
man, I've been wondering for the longest time.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's been a lot of controversy behind you just leaving the WWE and then showing up here. So I've been wondering, what was your motivation to joining the UFC? Is it like to spite WWE or?
No, that would be a silly reason to put yourself in an octagon with people that are trying to kill you. It's to me, it's why is a mountain there to climb it? Why do people skydive? Why do people do anything? Why do people learn a second language? I'm just trying to live my life to the absolute fullest I possibly can. And every morning I wake up, to me, it's a gift. I want to make the best of it and make the most of it. So it really has nothing to do with anybody else except myself. This is about me doing something that is what I look at as the supreme challenge that I could possibly put in front of myself, and I want to see how I do at it.
All right. And I'm just wondering, a lot of people around the world are wondering if you're going to fight the Green Power Ranger. Because I've seen that challenge was thrown out there.
Yeah, I've been challenged by a lot of people. So if we went ahead and just accepted every challenge from everybody, I'll have a lot of fights in the UFC. A lot of fights.
Thanks, Punk.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Aloha.
Are you from Hawaii?
You can say that.
Come on.
I work for a Hawaiian restaurant,
That's fine. Aloha.
but that's here, not there.
All right.
Aloha.
Close enough.
Cool. So first thing, it's awesome seeing you super enthusiastic. I've been seeing you taking pictures with fans. You look energized and like you're having fun. So it's been awesome. Now this next question's gonna sound a little biased, if you will, because I'm an Ariel Helwani guy, but I'm just curious. He does stuff that nobody else does in all of sports, like from going to your house and interviewing you for an hour to a couple days ago, interviewing John Jones as he's laying down. I just want to get your opinion. What makes Ariel the best in the world?
Well, first of all, yes, I am having fun. I think it's super awesome that somebody else recognizes that. I'm in an awesome period in my life, I feel. Couldn't understand that, sir, but I appreciate the enthusiasm. Yeah, and that's, to me, life's too short to, go to work, be miserable, and, not like anything and be mad all the time. So I'm in a place where I'm super happy and I'm stoked, happy to be here. Ariel, he just kind of goes with the flow. He's a nice guy and he's wise about the sport, and he just kind of does odd things that maybe other people wouldn't do, and I think that's what kind of makes him more interesting than everybody else, or makes him the best in the world.
Thank you. Yes.
Hello, Punk. Welcome to the UFC. Hopefully I get to watch
Hello.
you fight live. Question is, are we going to find out who you're going to fight? Or, are you going to call anyone out? Of course, we like the excitement. Are you going to call out someone that's in the UFC right now to fight? Say, hey, you're my first guy?
It won't be anytime soon. I think in my head what I'm going to wind up doing is living in the gym for about 6 months, and then with the help of, the trainers and coaches, kind of reevaluate and go from there. I probably won't call anybody out. I don't feel it's my place to do so. And on top of watching everybody else fall all over themselves to call me out, it's kind of silly. I just think you got to try to find somebody that matches up with me, or you put me in there with Crow Cop. I have no idea. Somewhere in between that's going to make everybody happy, and we'll go from there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
What's up, Punk?
Hello.
My question was, how extensive is your background in Kempo? And I heard you training with Henner and Hiran. What belt do you have with them?
I've never been ranked belt-wise in jiu-jitsu, and especially now I do way more no-gi stuff. I understand it. Like I always joked with Hiron that I'm a white belt for life, but I actually think that there's a lot of, I don't know, inspiration in that. I don't ever want to be quantified by whatever belt I have, and I understand why that makes some people mad, and it makes me an easy target to talk shit about, but I'm fine with that too. I'm very comfortable on the ground, and I know what I need to work on, and I know what I'm good at. Kempo, I was, it was so long ago, and I was ranked belt-wise, and I can't even remember what it was. It was when I was like from 18 to 20, and I have fuzzy recollection of my teenage years. So, what kind of attracted me to Duke was me actually telling him, hey, look, pretend I know nothing, because on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being, Chris Weidman, I'm way closer to a 0 than I am a 10. So like I would rather be completely moldable and have you, and I think that's almost kind of a coach's wet dream, is to have somebody who doesn't have the bad habits and is willing to admit whatever bad habits he does have and kind of leave them at the door and go in and just start fresh.
Awesome, man. Good luck on your first fight.
Luck's for losers. Thank you. I like your shirt, by the way. It says break bones.
How you doing today?
I'm fucking great today. How are you?
I'm fucking great as well.
Good.
Kind of to piggyback off of his question, were you planning on bringing Henner or any of the Gracies out to Rufus Sport to help train with you?
Well, I would love to invite you all to Rufus Sport to come train with me, but it's not my gym. I can't just invite people. Henner in my corner is something I definitely feel like I would like. But, the Rufus Sport guys have tons of great black belts as well. So I know they use some Carlson Gracie guys and stuff like that, and they're based out of Chicago. So a lot of that just kind of makes sense for me to stay local. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be taking trips out to California here and there and, brushing up stuff with Henner and everything.
Chicago Red Hots or Vienna Beef?
Vienna Beef.
My man, thank you very much.
Right on, thank you.
Thank you. Good questions. Yes, sir.
Mr. Brooks, how are you?
I'm lovely. How are you?
All right. Sorry, I'm a little bit.
What are you drinking?
Yes. Actually, that's actually my second question. My first question, and I hate to stress you out about this. This might keep you up at night. What music are you planning on walking out with? And please, for the love of God, will you come to the UFC Fight Club party over at Twin Peaks? And
First of all, I have no idea what that had to do with drinking, either of those questions. I haven't decided, and it's probably the furthest thing from my mind to decide on at the moment what music I'd walk out to. Obviously, I came out here to Living Color, which is awesome. But as far as my first fight, I don't know. We just got to kind of wait and see where the fight's going to be. I think that had a lot of bearing on my decision, and when we have to wait and see once we do it. I want to keep everybody in suspense on a few things. And no, I'm not coming to your party. I don't drink.
Damn it.
No, beat it.
I tried, guys.
Yes.
I have 2 questions. Well, what are your thoughts on Fedor Emelianenko? And do you think Daniel Cormier is a black Fedor?
Now, wait a second. First of all, Fedor, I can easily say he's top 5 heavyweight of all time. I could probably easily say he's top 2 heavyweight, and I don't know who the other one you'd argue against. He's one of the greatest heavyweights. I always loved watching him fight because Pride was where it was at, back in the day, and I watched all that stuff. So watching him fight was always super awesome. I think Daniel Cormier is, I never like comparing anybody to anybody. My entire life, I've always been compared to this person or that person. DC is DC, and I think tomorrow night he's going to prove it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What's up, Phil?
Hello.
Hey, just got a quick question about the injuries that you sustained back in your WWE days. You think it's going to play a big disadvantage for you when you make your first fight?
No, not at all. I had my elbow scoped and I had my knee scoped, and those were all a while ago. I can't stress to everybody how awesome my body feels right now.
All right, sweet.
Feel my body?
Actually look really good.
Yeah, see
right
that?
now.
Look at that.
Really good, yeah.
I feel great.
All right, cool. Quick request. Can you take a quick picture with me right here?
Can't do it right now, sir. Sorry.
See, you shouldn't have asked.
It's all good.
It's easier to ask forgiveness than permission. You
Really
should have
bad guy.
just snapped it.
Damn, dude.
Schaller's being a real son of a bitch right now.
Dude, that guy who's drinking, get him away from the microphone, please. Yes, sir. What do you got?
Hello, Mr. Brooks.
Hello.
I have one question for you.
That's the idea. Okay.
You need to choose from one of the following, or else the entire country is destroyed. Minor threat, youth of today, agnostic front, or naked ray gun.
Minor threat.
As a Chicagoan, I object, but as a hardcore kid, that's an acceptable answer.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you approve.
Surprised no Chicago Cubs inquiries yet after their offseason. You are up, darling.
First off, I loved you in the UFC or WWE.
I got you.
I'll probably watch you in the UFC quite often. But first, have you really been training for the UFC lately?
No, you got me. No, is it a bad time now to say this is all just a big rib? Thank you, good night. Yes, I have been training my ass off. Nobody's noticed how much weight I've lost. It's okay, it's all right, you're not supposed to.
Hey, Phil, thanks for coming out. Question is in relation to the James Toney comparable. Now, your first fight is going to do a huge buy rate, there's no question. WWE fans are going to buy it to see you win, and MMA fans are going to buy it to see you lose. And either way, everybody's going to get paid no matter what. So my question is, if you lose that first fight, are you coming back for fight 2 in the UFC, or is this a one-fight way for everybody to get paid?
That's not the plan. This isn't a one and done for me. I don't think I can factually answer whether I win or lose what my next step is until it happens and it's the next day. I've had discussions with various people about that, you know. So that's a bridge I have to cross when I get to it. But if it was up to me right now, if I lose that fight in embarrassing fashion, I'm back in the gym the next day for fight number 2. That's just the way. That's the person I am. Also, did you just call me the white James Toney? Has anybody compared me to James Toney? I don't see the comparison. I don't.
That's first I've heard.
But all right, thank you.
Yes, sir. What do you got?
Hi, Punk.
Hello.
My brother is one of your biggest fans, if not your biggest, and he couldn't make it today, so I was wondering if you could give him a shout out. His name is Chris Imans.
Chris what?
Imans.
Imads? Spell
Yes.
it.
I-M-A-N-S-E.
Chris Imans. Imans?
Imans.
Imans.
There you go.
Well, tell Chris I said hi.
All right, and I also have a real awesome question from him.
Oh.
In the 90s, when you and your brother Mike Brooks started your own backyard wrestling organization, Lunatic Wrestling Federation, you had a tag team with a wrestler named CM Venom and had a tag team called the Chick Magnets.
This is the worst question.
So did the CM and CM Punk come from either of the two? If so, which one?
You don't have to answer that.
I don't, it's okay. It's okay. It's not, the CM thing, it stands for, I was a big Faith No More fan when I was a kid, and the original lead singer for Faith No More's name was Chuck Mosley. So everybody used to call me Chuck Mosley, and that's where the CM came from.
Thank you. I'm sure he'll really appreciate it.
Yeah, tell Chris I said hi.
Thank you.
Tell him to get to the next one, will you? All right.
Also, I know that Dave is trying
You're
to
cut
be
off.
a bad guy.
You're cut off.
My brother is a survivor from 2 heart attacks, so
Jesus.
Could you please sign a picture for him after this?
Yeah, come find me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. Other than the extreme monetary gain you're looking to get out of this, I mean, what is the difference between you competing in the Ultimate Fighting Championship and for you to compete in a jiu-jitsu tournament? Because you've practiced jiu-jitsu for such a long time. How come something like that, I guess, wouldn't scratch your competitive itch? And then secondly, do you prefer gi or no gi?
You can't punch somebody in the face in jiu-jitsu tournaments. They throw you out. So it's all about the challenge. If I'm going to do a jiu-jitsu tournament, why am I not going to step into a cage and just fight somebody? You know, it makes a lot more sense for me to do no gi. You can't wear a gi in the octagon. So I see the value in both, but you know, for me, it's no gi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. So I'm guessing you're going DC over Jones?
Yeah.
Okay. One more comparison.
Hey, and let me stop you right there. It's not going to be easy. This isn't going to be a cakewalk. This is going to be a hell of a fight. Both guys are undefeated. Both guys are amazing. I'm just in DC's corner.
Awesome. Jim Ross or Joe Rogan? Jim Ross has broken into a little bit of MMA. Now
Are we eating barbecue? What are we doing? I don't understand. What am I?
Which would you rather call your fights?
I mean, I guess Rogan. I've never heard JR call MMA, but that
he has.
I know he has.
Oh, okay.
I know. They called me first before they called Chael to do that show.
Thanks.
Yes, sir. What do you got?
Hey, Punk.
happening?
Welcome to the UFC, man.
Thank you.
Big fan. I was one of the ones that transferred over from being.
Yeah,
WWE
come on
fan
over.
to, you know. Quick question. Since you decided to join Rufus Sport, Ben Askren's there, and he was one of the more vocal detractors about you being signed while he's not signed and he thinks he's the best welterweight in the world. When you went to Rufus Sport, how did that go over? Did you guys hash that out, or?
No, I still gotta talk to Ben, and that's one of the things me and Duke talked about. You know, Ben, I think gets the aspect of the fight game that you know he wears that black hat and he does it well. I don't think he has a personal problem with me, nor do I have with him. I completely understand his point of view.
Absolutely.
You know, I am not an Olympic wrestler. He is. So yeah, why wouldn't he?
Of course.
Kind of question that. So yeah, I completely understand that. I'll talk to Ben on Monday, and I'll.
And one more thing, on the Colt Cabana podcast, you cited all of your health problems and the concussions you suffered within ring work, and how WWE ignored it for the longest. Now you're entering the MMA, and there's a lot of concussion problems you could venture into. Can you address, your state of mind for that and your health?
My state of mind is I don't worry about what's going to happen to me until it happens. It's a bridge I'll cross when I get to it. You know, I'm 100% healthy, so why would I dwell on, geez, this could happen to me. You know, I could have gotten hit by a car walking across the street, you know, but I still crossed the street.
Awesome. Thanks, Punk.
Thank you.
Hey, Punk.
Hello.
Josh from Canada.
How you doing, Josh from Canada?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Do they do that in Canada?
They do, yeah. We have Canadian New Year every year.
All right. Happy Boxing Day.
Thank you. Seen your interview on TSN. Didn't think you were too comfortable in it. Just want to say that on behalf of me and everybody in Canada, we're behind you.
Are you apologizing for the acts of
that's how Canadians work.
One rogue Canadian?
Yes, yes.
No.
I think everybody here and in Canada can appreciate that you're following your dream and something that every one of us would do if we could. My question is, do you see yourself more of a grappler, striker? Where do you see yourself in your head when you're going to step into that octagon?
Oh, I'm a grappler.
Grappler, for
yeah,
sure?
absolutely. You know, yeah, I've said it in my whirlwind of media. Striking is the thing I need help with most. And that's what Duke Rufus does, so it's a perfect match.
Sweet, sweet. Also, do you think you're going to be incorporating the GTS possibly in the octagon at all if it comes available?
Yes, if Bruce Buffer doesn't give me the super hop and turn.
Sweet, sweet.
I got one
Thank
for
you very
him.
much, Punk. Good
Thank
luck.
you. Thank you.
Hey, Phil, congratulations on signing with the UFC, bud.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. My question is, seeing is that you have an 0-0 record and you're signing with a professional organization, do you feel that there should be a more defined path for amateurs working their way up to an organization such as the UFC, possibly something sponsored by the UFC, rather than doing regional shows?
You know, I understand that when people sign up to do this, that it's the road to the UFC is a long one for them, just like the road to the WWE was a long one for me. And I don't view me being signed by the UFC as jumping in line from anybody. I'm not getting a title shot by any means. You know, I hate saying it's a bucket list thing because that makes it sound like it's a one and done, and that's certainly not the case. You know, the business side of it is everybody stands to make a lot of money. So, but I'm also not walking into this, you know, not training and not taking it seriously.
Well, cash is king, isn't it?
I mean, not in my world. You know, I'm not doing it for the money.
All right. Got you. Well, congratulations anyway.
Thanks.
Plenty of ways to make a buck without potentially getting
yeah.
twitched on the canvas.
CM Punk, hey, welcome to the UFC. Just wanted to ask you real quick, do you think that anything from your pro wrestling days outside of the promotional stuff and all the fan interaction, anything inside the ring that you think might be valuable for you when you step into the octagon?
Yeah, performing in front of a lot of people. I'm not going to have a problem with that. And from what I understand, sometimes some guys do. I think Joe Rogan calls it octagon shock, and that's nothing that's going to happen to me. You know, I'll have my sights set on whoever I'm fighting, and I'll be able to kind of relax and get comfortable in a hurry because I won't be worried about crowd booing, cheering, yelling, saying negative things, saying positive things. You know, I've been there and I've done it.
And from a physical standpoint, maybe grappling or anything like that, anything you take from the WWE ring down to the UFC octagon?
I mean, no, they're two different animals, but there are a lot of similarities, you know, and I have been grappling for a very, very long time. So there's a little bit of comfort there.
Great, thanks, good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks. Longhorns. Yo.
Go. Obviously, your time in the UFC is never determined. He got my question earlier. Yeah, GTS. So in your time in the UFC, are you going to perform it?
My time in the UFC, am I going to perform it?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I mean,
it's too much Bud Light.
I know. Yes, that's my answer. Yes, I am.
Awesome.
I'm going to perform it.
Go to sleep.
Correct.
And then also, what's my other question? Fuck, I was in line for a long time. If you know Cormier like I do, go Oklahoma State.
There you go. All right.
College.
Sorry we interrupted your drinking. Yes, sir.
I'm back. All right.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
How did this happen?
Uriah Faber has been kind of setting the trend of, you know, headlining those prelims. And yeah, you're 0-0, who gives a shit, who cares, blah, 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 all that trash. Where do you see yourself being on that card? Do you see yourself being on that pay-per-view, bringing all that pay-per-view money, or do you want that exposure headlining that friggin' prelim card?
The business side of my first fight is on pay-per-view, certainly.
Very well.
Yes, sir. What do you got?
Hey, Happy New Year, Punk.
Happy New
My
Year.
son and I, huge fans of yours. He's right in the last row right there. He was a little bit, you know.
I see him. He's waving.
There he is.
What's up, buddy?
But just a question. So I think everyone in this ballroom knows that history repeats itself. So knowing that Brock Lesnar came to the UFC, became a heavyweight world champion, what's your thought process on that?
My thought process is good for him. You know, I'm a friend of Brock, and what he did is absolutely remarkable. But I, in no way, am trying to follow in his footsteps. You know, I'm not thinking about a title. I'm not thinking anything past right now. Training my ass off in that first fight. What he did is maybe laid a bit of a blueprint out there, you know, business-wise, for how myself and Dana and Lorenzo are handling everything. But, you know. Me and Brock Lesnar are two different people. You know, he's an animal, and I'm a smaller animal.
Well, good luck in the middleweight division. We're behind you 100%.
Thank you.
CM Punk, big fan.
Thank you.
Not really a question, more of a request. Any chance if and when you win your first fight, can you tell the opponent to suck it after?
I won't. No, I won't do that.
Hey, worth a shot, right?
I suppose you could. Yeah. If anybody else is doing any more Q&As, you can ask them. They might.
Is anybody not hammered in here right now? Is anybody not drinking? Yes, sir.
Hey, how's it going? I'm not hammered, by the way. Hi, CM.
Hello.
So my question is, what's your goal? Are you trying to reach top 10, going for a run at the title? You know, do you have a kind of goal in your head of where you want to be, you know?
No, my goal is to train and to fight. That's it. It would be ridiculous for me to talk about, you know, breaking into the top 10 and all that stuff. Like right now, my goal is train, get to the first fight. I can reevaluate after that. Along the way, I'm probably going to piss some people off.
Cowboy Cerrone, ladies and gentlemen.
Here, hold this.
I need him to sign this. We got to sign everyone back there and then have him give it to a little kid or somebody. So, or maybe a deserving fan. I don't know. My voice is gone. Sorry, I've been cutting weight. And so find a free spot and then find a willing fan to give it to if you don't mind. Yeah, please, that'd be great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Donald Cerrone, ladies and gentlemen, who'll be on this scale in just over an hour.
Where's the kid? His dad was up there. He's in the back row. Where's he at? Where'd he go? Bring him up here. How about Donald Cerrone? How awesome is that guy? His name's Evan, everybody. Nice to meet you. Cerrone or Jury?
Huh?
Donald Cerrone, right? Yeah. Here you go. That's signed by a whole bunch of people. Yeah, no problem. Nice to meet you.
Very nice. No, if you go ahead. Oh, you done?
I think I covered everything. Yeah.
Cheers, thank you very much.
No problem.
Back over here, yes.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
I have a really important question.
I hope so.
So when you signed on to write Thor Annual 1,
Yes.
did Marvel tell you who the female Thor is?
No, I didn't ask either.
Oh.
Yeah, so the way that worked was there was going to be 3 stories within the annual, and I got to do a young Thor story, so I didn't bother asking anything I wasn't supposed to know.
That's very respectful.
That's me.
Thank you.
What's going on, Punk?
How you doing?
Pretty good, how about you?
Excellent.
Awesome. First
Chicago Bears? We had a rough year. We had a rough year. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
That's all right. While we're on the football topic, who do you got in the Super Bowl?
Patriots Seahawks.
Chalk, gotta go chalk, right?
I came up with that on my own.
Fair enough.
You want to talk about the Stanley Cup, please? Is that? No? All right.
It's all right. Okay, this is a real question.
Go ahead. Just ignore that
all
guy.
right, you sure? Okay.
Yes, I'm sure.
Let's see. What was the question?
I don't
just
know.
lost my question. Okay, who do you think could make the transition to the UFC that you faced in the WWE, like you and Brock have?
I mean, it's a hard question to answer. I wouldn't count my wife out of a fight, that's for sure.
There you go.
There's only a few guys who dabble in any sort of martial arts, you know. And I know Daniel Bryan was just like me. He would kickbox on the road and do jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. So, you know, he'd probably be the guy, I would say. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, got time for 2 more questions, one on each side. Yes, sir.
hi, Punk.
Pressure. Make it good.
I've been a big fan of yours for a long time in wrestling. Some of the best matches I've seen you had were with Samoa Joe and Ring of Honor.
Thanks.
I was just wondering, how well do you think Samoa Joe would make the transition into MMA?
Oh, I think that's a good one. Because guys like Joe and me and Daniel Bryan, we used to train all the time in Santa Monica at the New Japan Dojo, and so every day was something different. I think he'd be another guy that could cross over, absolutely. If he wanted to do it, I think he could.
That was my only question. Good luck to you, Punk. I look forward to seeing you in the future.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. All right, final question. Yes, sir.
Hey, the Diaz brothers be killing you. Would you ever fight one of them?
The Diaz brothers be killing me.
Yeah. Would you fight one of them?
I'll answer your question if and when you turn your shirt inside out.
I'll do it right now. I'll do it right now. I'll do it right now.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Would you?
I'm waiting.
We got time?
Let's go. I'm pretty sure
No,
one of the Diaz
you already said. You said you would do it. I'm waiting.
It's hot, dude.
Where is he? Is he over there?
Who?
Diaz.
I don't think they're here.
I don't know. No, real talk. Would you fight one of them?
Shit. Okay. Okay.
It's real now.
I'm gonna sit down. Hang on. Okay.
Would you?
So every other question prior to yours wasn't real?
No, they're not. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, go ahead.
It's fictional. All
right.
those questions were fictional.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
No, they were fictional.
No. But so what was the question?
Do you want to play rock, paper, scissors right now?
Not with you, no.
Me and you.
Nope.
Right now.
Nope.
Just a mean game of rock, paper, scissors.
No.
Let's go.
Doesn't interest me.
That's because I'm the champion of rock, paper, scissors.
I'm not impressed by your performance.
I was gonna say great way to go out, but not so much. Quick reminder, great seats still available for UFC 182. Weigh in here at 4 o'clock local time. Once more, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the inimitable CM Punk.
Thank you very much.
You can go that. I don't know.
Hey, thanks, Las Vegas. I appreciate it.